Everybody wants money, power, and success. And you get it by being consistent, not by luck, not by talent, not by motivation, right? Not by manifesting. You do it by consistency, doing what you're supposed to do every day. Most men don't fail because they're incompetent or they don't know what to do. They're just inconsistent. So we often we go hard for a week, we lock in for a couple of months, and we think that that's going to change everything. But a lot of times, what happens is you do that for a week or you do that for a couple of months, and then you fall back into your old habits or you fall back into bad routines. And then you got to repeat the cycle all over again. And so you fall off and you disappear. And the truth of the matter is that if you keep showing up every day, it's a vote for your future self, right? It's for the person that you're becoming. So if you want to be healthier and you eat healthier and you go to the gym and you work out or you train hard, right? That's a vote for your future self. If you want to become a writer and you write a chapter or you write some pages or you write a song or you're working on a script, every day that you work on it, you're becoming a writer, right? If you want to become a content creator, every time you make a video, every time you drop some content, right, you are actually becoming who you set out to be. You're just doing it every day and it becomes a lifestyle. And you just need to be consistent with it, right? Because consistency is actually rare. A lot of people are going to talk about putting in the work. A lot of people are going to talk about leveling up. A lot of people are going to talk about why things didn't work. But if you are consistently working on it, you're going to see results. Good results and bad results. You can always take the results, measure them, and see what's working for you and what's not. But if you're just inconsistent, you're not really going to know. You could go down the wrong path. So you got to understand that being consistent a lot of times and being successful is doing the boring things over and over and over again. You know, doing meal preps on a weekend or something because you want to eat healthy, you want to lose some weight, or maybe you want to pack on some muscle, right? Hey man, I'm doing this every Saturday night. I'm doing this every Sunday. It can feel boring cooking the meals and putting them in the containers and stuff like that, labeling or whatever you got to do. But you know this is the best result for you. You know, now when you go to work, you go to your job, you go to the fridge, you grab what you need, you in and you're out. Now it's so convenient. But it was boring when you were doing it. But you know it's going to make you successful. Same thing with maybe you have a schedule for when you want to create content or create music. You stick to that schedule. Yo, I'm going to lock in. I'm going to hit the lab on Wednesday nights because that's the time I got free for 2-3 hours. So, man, Wednesday night, show up, get busy. Right? Just do it over and over again. It's going to feel boring. It's going to feel like you're not really moving the needle, but you actually are. And you're getting a lot farther than somebody else who quit and gave up when things are difficult. So I'm going to give you an example. When I was younger, right, I was trying to focus on leveling up in this job I had. I worked for this healthcare company. And because I was reliable and I was consistent, I was always like taking overtime shifts. I was showing up early. I was always showing up to my meetings. I was always getting my paperwork on time. I was like one of the most reliable, consistent employees. My supervisor calls me in the office one day and she's like, hey, we got to talk. Can you stop in, the next day? I'm like, all right, yeah, I think maybe I'm in trouble. I did something wrong. So I show up and she's like, hey, we got this promotion position coming up. I want you to go online, upload your most recent resume and your certifications and your trainings that you got for the company. I was like, okay. And she's like, can you do it by the end of the week? And I was like, yeah, sure. She's like, okay, cool. Because we're going to be doing interviews next week. I was like, all right. So a couple days go by. I get my stuff together. I upload my information. And then she hits me up. She's like, hey, interview's going to be such and such day next week. I'm like, all right, cool. So I show up, do the interview. The interview went pretty good, pretty well. Wasn't really sure I was going to get the job or not. The very next day, I get the email. She's like, you got the position. Congratulations. Blah, 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 blah. I'm like, damn, that was quick. And what I really didn't realize at the moment was like, they pretty much handed me the promotion on the silver platter. I just had to go through the basic steps of just uploading my information, going to the interview, and then the next day I was really literally hired, and then I had to start doing other trainings. But because I was the most consistent and I was so reliable at that job, they were like, we're just gonna give you this promotion. We're not even gonna fuck around and wait for some other shit. So that's important too. So if you guys are struggling in your career or your business or your brand, you know, what can you do that can be more consistent, that can get you to the next level? You got to start looking at those things. You're going to get more promotions. You're going to get more opportunities when you keep showing up every day. Right? There are millions of talented and motivated people doing what you want to do right now. If you want to make music, or you want to build a brand, or you want to become a doctor or a lawyer, there are millions of people who want to do the same thing you do. And they're talented and they're smart. But your superpower has to be consistency, because when times get tough, they'll fall off. When things don't work out, they'll fall off. When they go through a breakup, they'll fall off. But if you consistently keep showing up, you'll get there eventually. So it's better for you to be consistent. It's very few consistent people who actually stay average. It's actually very few. There are talented people, there are smart people who stay in the same spot in the same situation, but consistent people just keep showing up and coming to work. They just elevate. They just keep elevating. In 5 years, 3 years, 10 years, whatever it is, you're like, damn, homie leveled up. Yeah, he's putting in the work every day. So you guys got to do that too. One day of putting in the work won't change your life, but 1 year of you consistently putting in the work can change your life. It could change your family's trajectory if you're trying to build a business, if you're trying to make more money, if you're trying to self-improve and become the best version of yourself. 1 year of you locking in can change all that, bro. It can change all that. So don't focus on trying to be perfect. Don't focus on the shortcuts. Don't focus on, what someone else is doing. You'll stay in your lane and just stay consistent. And you will win. You will win in the long term. Reliable, consistent, disciplined men always win. So lock in, keep going, never give up. That's the message for today. It's your guy Al. If you like this type of video, hit the like, comment, subscribe to the vibe. I appreciate y'all for rocking with me. I'm up out of here. Peace.